She was homeless at 15. Her mother died of AIDS. Her father was an addict. She ate out of dumpsters and slept in subway stations. Everyone wrote her off as another lost cause. But this girl? She fought back. And just a few years later, she got accepted to Harvard University. This is not fiction. This is the jaw-dropping true story of Lizmurray, a girl who went from foster care to the Ivy League, from the cold streets of New York to standing on the TEDx stage. Her journey will break your heart, and then rebuild it with hope. Liz was born in the Bronx, New York City in 1980, but from the moment she opened her eyes to the world, she was surrounded by chaos. Her parents were drug addicts, the kind who spent welfare checks on cocaine, not food, the kind who chose highs over hugs. There was never enough to eat. She'd come home from school and find an empty fridge, then watch her mother inject heroin on the couch. Sometimes she'd go days without meals. Other times she'd steal toilet paper from school to bring home, because there wasn't any. Her mother, Jean, despite her addiction, loved Liz deeply. But love wasn't enough to protect her from the damage of addiction. By age 9, Liz was already negotiating survival. Her mother's health started to collapse. Years of drug use, poor hygiene, and untreated illness finally caught up. She was diagnosed with HIV/AIDS. Meanwhile, Liz's father disappeared into a haze of drugs and instability, and one night, it all shattered. At 15 years old, Liz came home to find her mother in a hospital bed, weak, frail, dying. 2 weeks later, she was gone. With no guardian, no money, and nowhere to go. Liz was thrown into the streets. She slept on park benches, rode the subway all night to stay warm, crashed at stairwells or friends' couches whenever she could, still a teenager, still going to school, but now homeless. Most would have given up, dropped out, given in, disappeared. But something inside Liz refused to break. One night, as she watched people in business suits walking past her on the sidewalk, she thought, if they can have a different life, why can't I? She made a vow. I'm going to take control. I'm going to school. I'm going to succeed. Even if that meant showing up to class dirty and exhausted, she would keep going. So she did. She enrolled in an alternative high school and made a bold decision. She would finish 4 years of high school in just 2. Every morning, Liz woke up with a mission. She borrowed clean clothes, snuck into public restrooms to wash, read textbooks by streetlights, did homework in diners, and despite the hunger, despite the shame, despite the crushing loneliness, she aced her classes. Her teachers started noticing her passion, her drive, her brilliance. One teacher said, "She's the smartest student I've ever taught." Liz applied for a scholarship offered by the New York Times for underprivileged students who showed academic excellence. Her essay began with a raw, unforgettable line, "My mother died of AIDS. I am homeless. This is what I've overcome." She told her story honestly, and when the scholarship panel read it, they cried, and then they gave her the scholarship. That same year, Liz was accepted to Harvard University. Walking through the gates of Harvard for the first time, Liz didn't feel like she belonged. She had never owned a computer, never had a private room, never had stability, but she had something even rarer, grit. At Harvard, Liz immersed herself in psychology and writing. She kept telling her story, kept inspiring others. She didn't just survive Harvard, she thrived there. And slowly the world started noticing. Her story was featured on Oprah. She became a motivational speaker, author, and advocate. Liz's story isn't about Harvard. It's about what it takes to beat the odds. When no one believes in you, when life takes everything away, when your past tells you you're not enough. She proved that you can rise anyway. She proved that circumstances don't define you. Choices do. And today, Liz travels the world, telling her story, changing lives. Her message? Even when you have nothing, you're not nothing. Liz Murray's life shows us the power of resilience, education, and hope. So the next time you feel stuck, the next time life knocks you down, remember the girl who was homeless at 15 and ended up walking the halls of Harvard. If this story moved you, like this video. Comment below. I choose to rise. Let the world know you won't be defined by your past. Share this with someone who's struggling, someone who needs to believe that there's still a chance, still a light, still a path forward. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more unbelievable true stories that prove anything is possible, because sometimes the strongest people are the ones who came from nothing but never stopped fighting.